Wayne Sutter trying to jam it out of there, but it's underneath a couple of fallen players. Now Dirk and Sutter square off. But the linesmen get in there very quickly and no damage done.
Oates and Maggio get the assists on the goal. Meanwhile, Greg Gilbert was yanked down in behind the net, and then as Sutter tried to pry it loose, he got shoved by a much bigger Dirk. And they got into a bit of a conversation, but
now we got a problem. Wayne Sutter just took a swing at Dirk, it appeared, after he looked like he wanted to get at Paul Cavallini. And Lemieux and McLean squaring off. Dirk trying to get into that neighborhood. Gilbert has a bear hug on him, or he did for a second to hold him off. Oates gains the line, put it to Rich Sutter, cutting right in. Offside the call. And Conroy and Rich Sutter. Now Sutter takes a run, and Cloutier, what was that all about? Did not appear to me that Cloutier did anything to Sutter. He certainly must have said something, but Richard Sutter took a run right at the Chicago netminder, and that won't please the Blackhawks as they try to get back at Sutter.
well, after the whistle blew on the outside, Sutter kept going in. As Cloutier came out of the net to the side, just to the side, and accidentally bumped into him. Sutter got knocked down, got himself back up, and came around the other side and drilled Cloutier.
Well, now everybody beginning to separate a little bit.
Conroy's in the box as well, but offside. Sutter on the outside. Cloutier came out to play the puck, put his glove up. Sutter was just nudged, and then he got away from Conroy, and he came over and he drilled Cloutier. And then he was mobbed by the rest of the Blackhawks, rightfully so, trying to protect their goaltender.
Swarm the Chicago net. And now Lowry got knocked over by Manson as he was conversing with Jacques Cloutier. And Dave Manson's going to get a penalty. They're looking for Goulet on the far side. Richard Sutter stepped into him, then Brown drilled Sutter from behind. Here comes Lemieux grabbing Brown. And a gathering around the far side as Lemieux really wants to get a piece of Keith Brown, but he's not going to be able to do it right here. Remember, it was Richard Sutter that ran over Cloutier shortly after he came into the game, and I don't think the Hawks have forgotten that.
Meanwhile, they took a run at Goulet as Goulet gloved the puck, had nowhere to go with it, so turned and pressed it up against the boards so as not to get a penalty, and then Sutter just ran him from behind. Goulet gloves it, turns, puts it up against the boards to try and get a whistle and not get a penalty. Brown comes in after Sutter, took a shot at Goulet. Then Lemieux jumps Brown from behind.
Now Goulet a chance and a save by Riendo. I'm not sure he knew where it was, but he's able to get a whistle, and now the Hawks trying to crowd the front of the net, and the Blues looking to clean it up. Here's Lemieux and Snepsts, and Lemieux with a straight right on Snepsts. Jocelyn, Lemieux, and Harold Snepsts going at it. They're slugging it out, and Lemieux is all over Snepsts. Jocelyn Lemieux, a clear winner in that altercation. Harold Snepsts trying to clear the front of the net. He and Lemieux squared off, and Jocelyn didn't waste any time.
But Goulet letting it go. A bouncing puck. Riendo had some difficulty. Lemieux crashes in. Cross-check from behind by Brown. Lemieux takes both hits. Peels off. And then Snepsts turns and goes at him. They both, at the same time, agreed to go at it. And the Blues, Jeff Brown's going to get an additional minor, but Lemieux got off a couple and then finished strongly as well. As they went toe-to-toe. Adam Creighton picks it up. Brown and McLean are tied up, and Brown coming off the board just swatted at by McLean across the side of the face.
Harold Snepsts back on the ice, clears one to center. Hawks dump it back in, and Bob Murray's hurt. He just got leveled by Steve Tuttle.
Trying to get to a puck along the boards in front of the penalty bench, and Tuttle runs him over from behind. He goes head first into the glass.
And Yanni puts it back into the Blues zone. Oh, Lemieux just got high stick by Snepsts, and I don't know if anybody saw it. On the dump in, Lemieux was chasing the forecheck, and Harold Snepsts drifted him right across the face with a stick. If you just joined us, those two had a bout in the second period, and Lemieux just hammered Snepsts. Well, that's really a bad call on my part. I thought it would look like Snepsts because he was coming up with the stick. But it was his stick that hit Lemieux's stick, and it was his own piece of lumber that clipped Lemieux. I saw Snepsts make that upward motion and thought it was his stick. That's my mistake. And now Rich Sutter to Ron Wilson at center. Dumping it into the Hawk zone. And now down goes the St. Louis player in Savard. Maybe the culprit here as Rich Sutter goes down.
And Sutter looked up, too, to see if the referee was looking, and then went back down.
Well, this one is going to draw a penalty. And Savard can't believe it.
Savard's stick apparently caught Sutter. Sutter went down, and then when he went down, he looked up to see if Marawelli was going to make the call. Savard trying to slow him up, got the butt end of the stick up on the side of the head. And Sutter went down, and Sutter takes a peek.
Lemieux rolling into the blue zone. Lemieux hustles in there after it. He and Lawler come together, and Lawler's on the seat of his pants. Now Gilbert and Sutter off the draw. Gilbert, a major right hand. He's all over Sutter. They had a problem right from the ensuing face-off after the goal. As they dropped the puck, Gilbert wound up on the deck. He came up, had words with Sutter. They pushed back and forth. And then the gloves came off, and Gilbert just drifted Sutter with a straight right and leveled him. No penalties are on the way. Blue zone. And a high stick sends Roenick down to the ice, and Snepsts, I believe, the guilty party. Jeremy Roenick gets looked at by Dan Marawelli. Has he been cut? Oh, it looks he might be spitting out his teeth. That's the second. That happened last year in the playoffs. Featherstone cross-checked Roenick right in the mouth. He lost a couple of teeth there, and it may have happened again here as a result of a Snepsts high stick.
Most of the remaining time with a power play. Snepsts first hooked by Presley, and then he tries to slow up Roenick, and he gets the stick right into the face, draws blood in the lower lip. Roenick goes down. Marawelli would look for anything to get. Cavallini got the slash, and really Savard then got cross-checked, and then Savard losing control and retaliating.
Your final score tonight, in front of a happy sellout St. Louis Arena crowd, the Blues 4, the Blackhawks 2.